right? 50 MB free data to connect and share as you please.
Thank you for rejoining us. You can watch us live on our digital channel, Moplex 720, or on our website, www.osrc.ng, or follow us on Facebook at Osrc TV. And on YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel, Osrc TV Ondo. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has exercised his constitutional prerogative of mercy by granting outright pardon and released 7 convicts across correctional facilities in the state. The gesture marks the governor's 61st birthday and builds on the January 1, 2026 New Year clemency, during which 77 convicts were granted pardon following due recommendations. The beneficiaries were selected based on verified remorse, good conduct, participation in rehabilitation programs, and strong prospects for successful reintegration into society. The pardon reflects Governor Aiyedatiwa's commitment to restorative justice, praising decongestion, and offering second chances to reformed individuals. The chairman of the Advisory Council on the Prerogative of Mercy, Kayode Ajulo SAN, commended the governor, reaffirming the administration's dedication to justice reform and mercy-driven governance. And Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has been hailed as a divinely endowed leader who governs with God's guidance. This praise emerged at the launch of the book Priesthood in Governance by Oluwatobiloba Okay, where attendees commended the governor's impactful leadership and urged him to stay the course. The event at the International Conference and Event Center, the Dome in Akure, formed part of celebrations for Aiyedatiwa's 61st birthday. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole witnessed the event and now reports.
Eminent figures from diverse sectors gathered at the International Culture and Event Center, the Dome in Akure, for the launch of Priesthood in Governance, authored by Oluwatobi Oke. The book, dedicated to Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, part of his 61st birthday celebrations. Ondo State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Kayode Ajulo, reviewing the work, applauded the author's ingenuity and foresight, calling it both timely and timeless.
Going to chapter 5 and chapter 6, I think I would like to marry these two together, because here it offers a detailed chronicle of who the celebrant is and his leadership, his biography, policy priorities.
Author Oluwatobiloba Oke described his book not merely as a write-up, but as a movement, mandate, and manifestation of God's prophecy.
The Priesthood in Governance is a book that speaks about the person, the leadership, and the priesthood of our amiable governor of Ondo State. The book describes him as an anointed leader that originated from divine selection, moral authority, and virtues with unshakable sense of destiny.
Ondo State Deputy Governor Olaide Adelami, who unveiled the book, portrayed Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa as divinely endowed, noting that his time spent in worship and obedience to God shines through in his decision-making, particularly in leadership and governance.
The review of the book, Priesthood in Governance, and the testimonials of others have clearly reinforced one central truth, that leadership, when grounded in integrity, humility, compassion, empathy, inclusiveness, and accountability produce tangible results in good governance.
The celebrant, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, represented by his younger brother, Williams Aiyedatiwa, thanked author Oluwatobiloba Oki and the people of the state for their trust in his administration. He credited the support, encouragement, and prayers as key to his governance modest achievement thus far.
If there is one principle that has guided my journey, it is this: power is a trust. It is a loan, not a possession. Leadership is authority exercised in trust for others. As political office holders, we should bear in mind that we are merely custodians answerable to God and then to the people we serve.
The governor reaffirmed his commitment to building a prosperous Ondo state while prioritizing the welfare and well-being of all residents. Some attendees, speaking to newsmen, stressed the book's importance while urging Governor Aiyedatiwa to stay steadfast and avoid distractions.
The man had the heart of God, and that's why it's very easy for him to do extraordinary in terms of project delivery, in terms of respect for people, respect for elders, so many other things.
I'm convinced beyond reasonable doubt that whatever he does today is in line with the directive of God. He has the interest of the state at heart. He is interested in developing the state beyond where he met it.
I don't expect him to be distracted, but as a human being, it's easy for him to easily get distracted. So I would implore him not to get distracted by what people are saying and just carry on with the good work he's doing in other states.
Priesthood in Governance spans 7 chapters across 129 pages. From the International Culture and Event Center, the Dome in Akure, Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
And in the spirit of compassion and service, the Committee of Governor Lucky Orimison Aiyedatiwa Friends, in collaboration with the Ondo State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, marked the governor's birthday with a humanitarian outreach across the state. Instead of fanfare, the celebration focused on giving hope to vulnerable groups, particularly children, in orphanage homes and school for children with special needs in Ondo State. Adewumi Taiwo reports.
The outreach held in Ondo Town and Akure attracted government officials, ministry stakeholders, caregivers, teachers, and beneficiaries. The delegation visited selected orphanage homes and the school for the hearing impaired, presenting food items, toiletries, clothing, educational materials, and other essential supplies. Excitement filled the atmosphere as the children welcomed the visitors with songs, gestures, and smiles, expressing gratitude for the support. Speaking at the event, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Dr. Seun Osamaye, said the initiative reflects Governor Aiyedatiwa's commitment to compassion and inclusive leadership. She added that every child deserves love, care, and equal opportunity.
Mr. Governor before now is someone whose government has humanitarian face. Mr. Governor is someone whose love for children and women, especially people living with disabilities, especially the elderly, women and children from vulnerable groups. His love for them is not on lip service. His love for them is not rhetoric, but true actions.
A highlight of the outreach was the cutting of the birthday cake in honor of Governor Aiyedatiwa, symbolizing his dedication to uplifting the less privileged. Administrative Secretary of the Ministry, Mrs. Oluwakemi Odushola, commended the committee for partnering with the ministry to support vulnerable children, describing the gesture as a boost to social welfare in the state.
We have been celebrating him giving gifts of food items to schools and orphanage home in Ondo State.
Beneficiaries appreciate the organizers and prayed for the governor's continued success and good health.
Really appreciate what the governor and the Truth Committee of Friends being led by our ex-president. Ẹnu wa dùn ayọ̀ wa kún torí pé ó tẹ̀ wá sí bíbá yìí pé kò jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó fún tó lè wá bá wa ṣe ayẹyẹ ọjọ́ ìbí rẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa ní bíbá yìí ní wàá dùn ayọ̀ wá sí.
As the event ended, the birthday celebration stood as a reminder that true leadership is measured by its impact on lives. Adewumi Taiwo, OSRC News.
In other news, the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, says it has disbursed over 161 billion naira to over 864 students nationwide since the launch of its student loan portal as part of efforts to expand access to tertiary education. The managing director of NELFund, Akintunde Sawyer, disclosed this at a news conference in Abuja while briefing journalists on the progress, impact, and challenges of the student loan scheme. According to Sawyer, the fund, an initiative on the President Bola Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, was established to ensure that no Nigerian student is denied access to education due to financial constraints, adding that over 1.36 million loan applications have been received so far. He explained that out of the 161.97 billion naira disbursed, 89.94 billion was paid directly to 263 tertiary institutions for tuition and institutional charges, while 72.03 billion naira was released to students' upkeep. Sawyer noted that although a reconciliation exercise revealed outstanding upkeep payments to 11,685 students, the issues were largely technical and management had approved measures to resolve them while strengthening the scheme's long-term sustainability through legal reforms and partnerships. Moving on to the foreign scene, tens of thousands of people across southeast England are without water as Kent County Council declared a major incident. Southeast Water blamed the outages on Storm Goretti and cold weather causing burst pipes and power cuts. Victoria Olawale has details.
Up for the basics. A major incident declared as tens of thousands of people across Kent and Sussex started the week without water.
Hard work. Flush the toilet once takes 3 bottles of water for one person. Basic hygiene, everything. It affects everything.
We haven't had water, like I say, since midnight, Friday, Saturday morning. So quite frustrating. Yeah.
Hannah runs a hair salon, a business that relies on water. The weekends are her busiest time. No water meant cancelled clients.
This caused a massive impact for us. We never close it. It's our complete last resort, but having no water means we can't operate. We could offer haircuts, but most people want colours done, and obviously we can't wash colour off if we have no running water. We could use bottled water, but that's not enough to get a colour off. So yeah, this is now 3rd day that we've been closed and we still have no idea when we're reopening.
Southeast Water has blamed recent freezing weather conditions, leaving burst pipes, and Storm Goretti, they say, has taken its toll too. But for many here, including in the town of Tunbridge Wells, these problems are not for the first time. Only last month, people were without supply for almost 2 weeks after problems with the water quality.
It destroyed Tunbridge Wells on the uprun to Christmas. Literally, all the shops were shut because if you can't provide toilet facilities and so forth for your staff, they can't work.
In a statement, Southeast Water said they are incredibly sorry to all customers and businesses who've been impacted by this and are doing all they can to restore supplies as soon as possible. They said, "We are also supporting hospitals with tankers and providing bottled waters for care homes, schools, medical care providers, and to support livestock. For now, people are hoping for news with some suggestions. They could still be waiting days. It's not yet clear when they'll be able to get back to work, to school, or even have a wash." Victoria Olawale, OSRC News.
Prosecutors have asked a Seoul court to sentence former South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol to death if found guilty over his failed attempts to impose martial law, accusing him of being the ringleader of an insurrection. The charges stem from Yoon's December 2024 declaration of martial law, a move that lasted only hours but plunged South Korea into political turmoil, leading to his impeachment by parliament and subsequent arrest. Under South Korean law, leading an insurrection is the most serious offense and carries either the death penalty or life imprisonment, compelling prosecutors to seek one of the two sentences. Prosecutors argued that Yoon's intent was violent despite the absence of deaths, citing testimony from a military commander who said Yoon ordered the arrest of lawmakers, as well as a memo suggesting the disposing of hundreds of journalists, activists, and politicians. Yoon's trial has been merged with those of former Defense Minister Kim Yong-hun and ex-police chief Cho Ji-ho, with a verdict and possible sentencing expected in February, while Yoon remains in detention facing multiple criminal charges. And that's it on the news, but before we go, another look at the major stories. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has been praised for faith-driven leadership at the launch of the book Priesthood in Governance in Akure. The event, held as part of his 61st birthday celebrations, highlighted calls for continued focus on good governance and the welfare of residents. And the Ondo State government has shut down the semi-mechanized abattoir in Isikon, Akure, following an inspection that revealed severe hygiene violations. A federal high court in Ado-Ekiti has nullified the People's Democratic Party's governorship primary ahead of the 2026 election. The court ordered a fresh primary after upholding claims of irregularities and manipulation of the delegate list. And on the foreign scene, we told you that Kent County Council has declared a state of emergency after Storm Gerety triggered widespread water outages across southeast England. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. Good evening.
Go.